It's Chad from beardedhops.com. Check out all the other information about where to find the rest of our podcasts, the RSS feeds. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. You can check out where to find us on any of the social sites. Untapped, that's all there, beardedhops.com. Now enjoy this quick review. Ooh, hit the microphone. Be careful, buddy. We're back to do another quick review today, and I've got one that's it's fairly new. This is from Boulevard Brewing. We've done a couple of Boulevards in the past. This afternoon, I was kind of interested in something that was just going to be kind of refreshing, we'll say. This is the Boulevard Jam Band Berry Ale, and it's fairly new. I think it came out last summer. It just recently made its way to Untapped back in January, so it's a new beer, and I'm really intrigued by the berry ales, the wild ales. I think this is going to be a little bit soury, maybe. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Boulevard Brewing, Kansas City, Missouri. On the can, it says Juicy Berry Trio because it's made with blueberries, raspberries, and cherries. Pretty little pink can. No other real information on the can. 5.9% ABV on the can, but otherwise it doesn't really tell us anything. But I will point out one interesting point about this can and about this beer is this is not brewed in Kansas City. This is brewed and packaged under the supervision of Boulevard Brewing Company, Kansas City, Missouri, by 3rd Street Brew House, Cold Spring, Minnesota. So I did look them up. They are a craft beer brewery in Minnesota. They've got a few really good looking beers actually that they do, but they brew this for Boulevard. I'm going to drink it out of a tulip glass because that's what they recommend. Let's crack it and pour it. Nice color. It's very berryish in color. Kind of a grapefruity color. You mix blueberries, cherries, and raspberries, I think it's that. It's a fruit ale. It's a dark berryish color. It smells like a very good fruit blend. I can smell cherries. I don't get, yeah, I do. I get all three, cherries, blueberries, and raspberries. That's actually fairly easy once you smell it a few times. Cherry was first. That was a very easy one to pick out. That smells good. Let's see how she tastes. That's going to be a really good beer to drink in the summertime. I've had Founder's Rubaeus, which is awesome. And then this compares very, very favorably to that beer. This one may be just a little bit sweeter, which isn't, it's not a bad thing. Got some nice lacing that holds up on the sides there when you swirl it. It's not sweeter, it's just fruitier. It's a 5.9% ABV and a 6 IBU beer. This is new. EBC, a color rating of 8. I don't know, I'll have to look that up. First impression. 3.5. That's excellent. I like this. I think that in the summertime, I would drink this a lot. And it's kind of funny that these fruit beers are kind of becoming more accepted or acceptable to drink because it used to be, at least with the guys I grew up with, you never put fruit in the beer. I don't have any problem admitting to the fact that I love fruit beer now, but I took a lot of shit for that when I was a little bit younger. Or Leinekugels makes one called Berry Weiss. And my friend Jeff O'Rear always gives me a hard time about drinking fruity beer. But I think, Jeff, you should try something like this because it's really damn good. This is better than Berry Weiss. It's on par with Rubaeus. Yeah, 3.5 to start. So I'm not going to go over the whole Boulevard Brewing thing because we've done some Boulevards in the past and the information is out there. I will just do a quick description on the fruit ale that I'm drinking. It says, accompanying a simple malt base, blueberry, raspberry, and tart cherry play in perfect harmony to create a slightly tart ale that sings with ripe, bursting fruit flavor. Aromas of dark berries, citrus, and melon open the show, bridging to zippy fruit flavors that meld into an easy drinking summer beer worthy of an encore. Yeah, I would drink another one of these right away. I mean, you could slam one of these things very quickly. And being 5.9%, you could end up with a really nice afternoon. You know, if you're, I don't drink while I'm boating, but if I'm not the one driving and we're going out to tie up somewhere and, the sandbar or something, I could float all day and drink these things. This is really good. Excellent, excellent beer. Boulevard Brewing, they started back in 1989, so they've been around for a long time. I mean, they're as old as the Founders and the Sierra Nevadas. Bell's is, I'm not sure how old Bell's is, but Boulevard I would consider on the same level as those breweries that have just been around for a nice long time. They've got some longevity. They make some very good beers. Boulevard actually has a lot of beers that I want to keep trying because the ones that we've had have all been really good. I'm not going to put that in the video. Let's go see what the world thinks. And Untapped, as I said, just added Untapped January 22nd this year. But because Boulevard is fairly big, there are quite a few ratings. Now, other breweries that are smaller that have new beers like this are only going to get a few hundred ratings in that short amount of time. We're only talking not even a month and a half at this point. But 3,400 total ratings with 3,200 unique. The average rating on this is 3.56 on Untapped. If I jump over to Beer Advocate, this is actually added on Beer Advocate back in August of 2017, which I think, don't hold me to it, but I want to say this was released last summer. So being added to Beer Advocate in August kind of coincides when I think this was launched. But there's only 21 ratings on Beer Advocate, and that's a 3.82 out of 5. So this is an all year round beer. You can get it anytime. It's available on draft and in 12-ounce cans. Really good. Let me jump over to Third Street Brewhouse real quick, just to see if there's anything I want to mention here. Third Street Brewhouse doesn't have anything on their website about this beer, but they are the ones that brew this. Regardless, Boulevard, this is your recipe. So if I go to Boulevard's, on the page for this beer is a link that says where are our canned beers produced. And this is posted January 30th, 2018. So it says currently Boulevard's canned offerings are brewed and canned by our trusted production partners in 3 locations outside of Kansas City. So none of the canned beers that you get from Boulevard are brewed in Kansas City. I believe the bottled ones are. We've done some bottled brews. So they use Paso Robles, California. Robles? I don't know how you say that. Anyway, St. Paul, Minnesota, and Cold Spring, Minnesota. And Cold Spring is where Third Street Brewing is. Information regarding where the individual beer is produced can be found on that beer's packaging, which is on the can. There we go. Mystery solved. Anyway, really good summer beer. I'm going to definitely buy some more of these to have on hand for the warm days when it warms up, if it ever warms up here in Wisconsin. Great job, Boulevard. Love this one. Initial 3.5. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes up just a little bit. So check out Untapped on Chadlike 907 on Untapped. Shoot me a friend request. I'd be glad to drink with you anytime. Cheers, everybody. Damn. Jam band. They did get the band back together. And that's a good beer. Pinky beer.